Here we go. The Elly build. I started playing this game, a Great Sword, from the very beginning because I knew that this was what I wanted to do. And I used even ice enchantments for a long time with defeating bosses because I knew that this was going to be very powerful way before the Breach update came out. So let me tell you about my build. Number one, I am ice based. Unfortunately, I didn't get the enchantment on my weapon, but if you get ice enchantment on your weapon, congratulations. I also use the Breaker Thrust. Breaker Thrust seems to be extremely strong right now, where I don't even need to have ice on it. It just stumbles and staggers enemies. What you want to focus is on cold damage and frost buildup. You see frozen enemy armor decrease. You also want to try to get some of that. Anything that has ice on it is really nice and welcome. This is an in-game build. You could do something similar to this while you're crawling through the game as well. It might not work as efficient, but you could definitely try to play around with something ice related. That's what I did through the campaign. But when the reason this build picks up later and it becomes super juice is when you unlock this unique ring of determination. Ring of determination is pretty much going to be the GOAT, best in slot ring for any build in the game. I said it. This ring will work well with any build in the game. In combination with this other ring called the Plague Ring, life still increased by 20% at low health. This game considers low health at 80%, so you automatically have life steal on always. This ring with these two rings in combination makes the ability to always use your ruins without expending any focus. You won't ever need any focus. Your HP is your focus, and you get to regenerate all your HP back. These two combination is really strong, and my feeling is that it's strong on any class, any build. This will be really good. Again, Breaker Thrust is with a skill that I spam. It has really high poise damage or stagger damage. You could even use it without any ice enchantments, and mobs just crumble. Like, they fall down, they get staggered pretty easily with this. I think they overtuned Breaker Thrust, I'm gonna be honest with you. You could just do that, and then if you imbued your weapon with ice, then they get frozen, and one shot frozen. You literally go around freezing every enemy, Echo Knights, world bosses, tier 4 pestilence with Breaker Thrust and freeze. Everything freezes. You could keep everything permafrost. If you wanted to take this build a little bit forward more and be a little bit more try hard, you can also just equip another weapon, freeze something with Breaker Thrust and ice, change your weapon, and then shatter whatever you're fighting. In most cases, you'll one-shot everything. I'm just a little lazy, and I just go around doing Breaker Thrust over and over and over and over and over again, keeping everything frozen. And this is the way that this build works. Again, this is an in-game build due to these ring setups. This ring has a level 21 requirement, so if you're trying to do it on an alt character, it really wouldn't work that well because you have to climb all the way to level 21 to use this ring. So you can't cheese with this ring early on, but you can also have an alternative version of this when you're doing your campaign by getting lucky and getting a ice enchantment gem on your weapon. On this specific case is the Claymore with Breaker Thrust. Breaker Thrust, I believe you can put on any weapon that is two-handed. So maybe hammer, it would work on a hammer, it'd work on a scythe, it'd work on any two-hand. I'm guessing. Not entirely sure. You could correct me if I'm wrong. And just go around, Breaker Thrust, ice enchantment, everything, and keep everything permanently frozen. Makes the game very trivialized. You can caretaker freeze everything. You can freeze your mama, your daddy, and everyone. This is how the build works, and this is how I've been using it since the beginning. Yeah, there you go. Note that down. From me. hey, I kind of need a little bit of help. How about you help me out? Hit that follow, subscription button, all the good stuff. Yeah, comment and like, possibly, maybe. Please.